Hi and welcome to Mailday with BeardedTinker. Let's open up some more packages. We'll start in a couple of seconds. This is NNR 100 plate, NNR 200 by 38 only clamp. This is a metallic clamp for the mobile phone, and I'll be using it to replace my current one that is plastic and that's also broken. Although I still do like this plastic one. Plastic one has a spring inside, so it will fit automatically whatever size of the mobile phone you insert. This one is based on the screw, and yeah, it will take a bit longer for it to be installed. So you can secure it, or you can fix this to mount either by using one of those two holes here or this one here. I think I will be using it like this, same as I have it currently set up for this mobile phone. Okay, this is one package, and this is rail. This goes on a stand and it allows you to do micro photography. This is a clamp for the camera here. Camera is fixed on this stand here. It should be fixed like this, but you can also fix it like this. Nah, I'm not sure. So you can screw it in like this and then move camera closer to the object you want to record. I've told you already dozens of times that I order some weird stuff. Well, actually, I haven't used this rail once since I bought it. I did test it, so it means that I did put it on a tripod, I did install the camera on it, and that's about it. Unfortunately, nothing else has been done. It is still sitting in my drawer where other recording equipment or photography equipment or sound equipment is. But yeah, so this was the one that I bought. I think, yeah, this was the one. It now costs 16 euros and 58 cents with 1 euro 86 cents shipping. And I also have this tripod, which I use, I would say, for everyday shooting. So whenever I record either project videos or mailday videos, I use this tripod. It's very small, it's very compact, but it can be extended a lot. So I'm using this tripod. I do have DSLR camera, which I'm not using anymore, and now I have this rail. But as I said, so far I haven't used it once. But on the other hand, this one here I have installed on that same tripod. So most of the photography that I do now, or most of the recording that I do for either projects, as I mentioned previously, or mailday videos, I record from my phone, because my phone really has nice camera. Yeah, it's not Apple, so it has nice camera. I'm just kidding. So this one now costs 10 euros and 44 cents. Unfortunately, yeah, the price has gone up, but the price of everything has gone up, not just recently, but due to this, pandemic that started a couple of years ago. I definitely would recommend this one. Previously, I had something similar to clip like this, which used a spring inside, but this one is much better. It is very sturdy, it's aluminium if I'm not mistaken. It can be opened up really a lot, and you have this blue thumb screw that you screw in the phone so it doesn't move. And if it's combined with the tripod I showed previously, it really works great. So if you are in need for phone holder, I would definitely recommend this shop, and I do buy, I wouldn't say a lot of things, but most of the things related to photography I buy from this Bexin official store. And no, this video is not sponsored by them, and everything I bought with my own money. As you can see here, they have various different clips for mobile phones, but I've decided to go for this one. And also, as you can see, this clip can also be installed sideways, so you can use it like that too. Now let's jump to the next item. Let's open up this package. And by the looks of it, it is the one I need. Let me zoom in. So this one is BME280. This is not BMP. BMP has a bit different shape of this sensor. So those that are square ones should all be BME ones, meaning that they measure humidity, pressure and temperature, and the BMP ones measure temperature and pressure but don't measure humidity. This sensor will be used for the solar weather station I'm currently preparing video on, or maybe at the time when you already see this video that project will be out, so who knows. This sensor has arrived a couple of weeks ago, and it's been in production ever since. Well, not production because I'm still working on that project and the video is still not released, which I mentioned during the opening of the package, but I would say more or less everything is prepared to record it and release it. So this is not BMP, this is BME280. Well, there are a couple of ways how you can spot if you are buying BMP, which is lacking the humidity, or if you are buying BME that has both temperature, pressure and humidity. First of all, the sensor itself. If I'm not mistaken, the sensor for BME should be square one. The BMP one is a little bit longer. The other thing is, of course, the price. You will never find the original and working BME sensor for, I would say, less than 5 euros. Maybe if you're lucky, 4 euros. But if you see something that costs 1 euros or 2 euros, it's BMP, no matter what it says in the title. So the link to this is a BME280. And BME sensors really work nicely with the ESPHome. But I will talk more about that in my weather station, solar-powered weather station video that will be hopefully released in a week or two. So as I said, the price currently is 6.28 euros with a 21-cent shipping to Croatia by using the saver shipping, or you can, pay 4 euros, almost the same as the sensor, to have it shipped a couple of days sooner. The link, of course, for this item will also be in the description of the video. So, how am I pleased with the sensor? It is working great, but one thing I have read somewhere on the internet, and of course you cannot trust everything you read on the internet, but I somehow believe that this may be the true at the end, is that those sensors have a very limited or very short life cycle, meaning that they only work from 6 to 12 months. After that, they start losing the precision and you have to replace them. Don't take me for my words, I've only seen it in a couple of posts on the internet, but if you know more about it, I would definitely be glad to hear about it. So post a comment down in the comment section of the video. By the way, if you have some nice use for this sensor, I would also like to hear about it. I'm getting some of the stuff to try and do my own, not I'm just copying someone else's project, but my own Zigbee sensors, and this definitely will be one of the sensors I will be trying to hook up and create a DIY Zigbee battery-powered sensor. But more on that later when it comes, and if it ever comes. My to-do list with the projects is very, very long. Let's jump to next item. Let's open up this package. And here it is. This is DS18B20, something like that. So 3-wire with the thermistor, and this is used to measure the temperature. Let me zoom in. So this is the cover of the thermistor. This is water seal here. I don't know, this is a 1.5 meter wire, I think, something like that. So as I mentioned, this one will be also used for my project that I'm doing, DIY solar powered weather station, and I will be using these to move away reading of the temperature, just to be sure that the temperature that is measured is from the air and not from the housing where the sensor will be kept. I don't know if I can measure both, meaning to measure temperature both with the internal temperature sensor inside the box, which will be BME280, or not. If I can, then I will probably track both values. So one will be the housing temperature and the other one will be air temperature. This will always be in the shade and protected from direct sunlight to ensure that this is the pure air temperature. and it should be pretty accurate. So let's check the web listing for this one. Well, the length of the cable for the sensor I bought is actually 1 meter. Yeah, I'm not good with sizes. So I bought this sensor and it costs €1.22. This means that the sensor, which is something like this is 18B20 sensor, is located inside this metal sleeve. It is weather and water protected and you can install it outside no matter of the external temperature or the rain or snow. So as I mentioned, this sensor also will be used and already is used, I'm still testing it, with the solar-powered weather station. You can buy it in 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meters. You can buy it with a connector, which I already have one, but I never hooked it up to my hydro boards. There is also this version here with the 2.5mm connector, and of course you can get this Dallas sensor. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Dallas sensor, Dallas 1820 sensor that can be surface mounted or through the hole mounted. And I already have a couple of those installed in the Diguna boards by Quindor. The price is, as I said, €1.22 with 37 cents shipping with kind of economy, but I always opt out for AliExpress saver shipping, which is 60 cents. I'm so far very satisfied with the sensor. I have two sensors now that are measuring temperature, one next to the other. So I have BME, which I showed previously, and this DS18B20 sensor. There is a difference in temperatures, but I also think that this is impacted on how those sensors are located or where are they located. They are only 20 centimeters one next to other, but the BME sensor is away from the concrete where the other sensor is placed directly. So there is an influence of the cold of the rock or concrete on this sensor, while the other one doesn't have that influence. Also, the other sensor is in a more direct sunlight, so this also impacts. And yeah, I see at least 1 centigrade difference between one sensor and the other sensor. Let's open this package. So this is the lux sensor, luminosity sensor. This will also be used for the project I'm currently building. That's a weather station, solar powered weather station. I need VCC ground, clock and the data pins here. I don't need this one. The problem currently with the it's not the problem, but one thing I have to make sure is to make an opening inside the case for it. The case currently is closed, so I have to create some kind of opening that this sensor would then register the light. VCC ground, so yeah, I need it like this: VCC ground, clock and data pin. This one will not be used. Address pin. Address pin is used, for example, for I2C, I think, to select different address than the original address this sensor has. It looks like this video will be more or less related to this solar weather station. So this sensor board is also used for that solar powered weather station. This one is GY302 light sensor, which is, I think, the module name, but in fact it's BH1750. And this sensor is measuring the lux value. I have already installed it and it is working nicely in this solar powered weather station. I'm not sure how beneficial this sensor can or cannot be, but this sensor did make me read up more about the lux values. And what I found out that the maximum lux value should be around 100,000 lux. And this is if the sensor is pointed directly towards the sun on a bright sunny day. So we have range of 0 to 100,000. The next thing I've learned through the ESPHome coding is that this sensor can work in two modes. The one I would call internal or home use, and the other one is external. And this will either make sensor work better with the lower lux values, or it will work better with the higher lux values. The new ESPHome release has support that automatically switches between those two modes. Previously, you had to select either mode A or mode B, but now it's done automatically. So yeah, a little bit of trivia. No, it's not deja vu. It's once again POWGE transmission system Co. similar as the last time, but last time this was white paper. Allen key is here, and let's open this up. Yeah, last time I talked about these, I had silver ones. These are the black ones. The reason they are black was that I wasn't able to get the silver ones, or they were not selling them in the quantity less than 20, and I only need 2 of them, so even 5 is too much for me. But yeah, so I ordered 5 of these. In the last video, or one of the previous videos, I showed you these here teeth. It was a 5mm bore, 20 teeth version of the gear. Let me zoom in. So same as the last time, I only need to replace 1 or 2, but if you're not careful, you can strip those grub nuts, grub screws, and I did strip them, so that's why I will be, when I rebuild, I will be replacing these here. Funny thing is that the last time the screws were oiled, and you could have seen on the paper when I opened it grease stains or oil stains on the paper. This one doesn't look like it's been stained. I don't like those black ones because, yeah, you can see it. Yeah, nice. So once again, for the z-axis, I think that these go on the shaft, and the 16 tooth version goes on the stepper driver, or it's vice versa, I'm not sure, but nevertheless now I have all the pulleys that I need to rebuild the z-axis. But once again, I will not be doing it just now. Well, yeah, once again, pulleys. As I mentioned in the video, and probably you have seen my previous video, these ones are 20T, meaning that they have 20 teeth, and the last time, in last video, I showed you 16 teeth version. This one is for the 10mm belt, and this belt on the Voron printer is the one that is holding the XY gantry or flying gantry. So this is a 10mm belt, and it goes on the axis that then is connected via another belt to the stepper motor. So I still haven't touched that one. As I said, I don't know when I will be touching that axis or any z-axis, because I have to replace everything, because the printer is currently working great. But then again, I now have spare ones. I don't think that there is any kind of a difference between the silver ones and the black ones, besides the color, of course. And the only thing and the only reason why I bought the black ones is if we deselect this, if we go deselect everything, so silver are only selling for 10 pieces or more, and I need maximum of 4 pieces, even 5 pieces gives me one too many. So then I opted for the black ones. That's it. These ones here are suggested and mentioned in the Voron sourcing guide, so if they are there on the list, it means that A, they work great, B, you probably will not get some bad product, and C, there is a price-performance ratio for them. So if you are in need of pulleys, I can recommend these ones here. Let's check the next item. So I've opened up this box. This is one of the 2 items that was still missing for the project I've been telling you about. This is the solar-powered weather station. I already have similar wind speed measuring device, but it's not working as it should. Can you hear the sound of it? So how it works? It inside has a switch, and with each full circle it clicks one time, and depending on the speed of this clicking per minute or per hour, you can calculate the speed. I'm still missing the direction part, that is the arrow pointing in the direction of the wind, which uses reed sensors to detect the position of the air. So I'm still waiting for that, but for now I can already hook up this and test if everything is working or not. This will not be that hard to implement in terms of getting data inside the Home Assistant by using the ESPHome, but unfortunately, due to how I'm using or abusing ESPHome in terms of deep sleep, I have to, well, still do some code change, and yeah, I will talk about it in the video about the weather station, but there is still a problem because if it goes into deep sleep, it doesn't count the speed of the wind. On the other hand, if I would to leave it awake and counting all those times it rotates, it would quickly empty the battery. So there is a way to overcome this. You connect this to one of the couple of pins that can do that, and you wake up the Arduino each time, or ESPHome or ESP, each time it detects a signal, and you then count the signal and then put it back to sleep. So yeah, we will see. I'm not sure how this will work, but I think that I will think of something, or if it fails, we will just pretend that this doesn't exist. Yeah, let's check the web listing. Yeah, I know, I'm already starting to become boring with my solar-powered weather station project, but yeah, unfortunately, it required a lot of things to complete it. To be honest, I'm still waiting for two things, although I will probably record the video without them. This one here is anemometer, meaning that it is detecting or measuring the speed of wind. And how it works, inside it has a switch, and if in 1 second this spoon makes full circle, it means that the wind is 2.4 kilometers per hour. So you have to calculate, and I'm currently working and playing with that in a ESPHome to try to detect the wind speed. With deep sleep devices, measuring wind and also measuring rainfall can be a bit of problem, because we are trying to keep the device awake as smaller window as we can, meaning detect, send values and go to sleep, because we are trying to prevent the battery usage or try to make the battery optimized version of the device. And rain is working similar to this one. Yeah, and device has to be awake at the time of the measurement. So I'm still playing with that code, and so far I am able to detect wind, but if you have wind gusts, this device unfortunately is not able to detect them. It only detects wind or speed of the wind at the time the device is awake. The price is not cheap, and I already had both the anemometer, meaning the speed of wind, and the one that is pointing into direction from where the wind is blowing, but the one I have unfortunately is not working with that project. So I have ordered this one here, and I'm still waiting for the other shipment because, yeah, the seller didn't send everything in one package, he split the package, and so I'm still waiting for the other part of this device. And as I previously mentioned, I'm waiting for another thing, and this is the new 18650 battery, which should be 3400 milliamp hours. 20 euros 16 cents with the 86 cents shipping with Kainao, or 4 euros and 70 cents shipping with whatever this is. This one here, let me show you, is part of this overall system, which includes the speed of the wind, direction of the wind, and a bucket for the rain. I think this one here is used for the solar radiation, and this one holds the temperature, other things. For the project, I need those two items. This third item I already have, or I already had from the how it's called, Lacrosse weather station. So I'm reusing this one here. The device itself is pretty easy to work with because, as I said, it is only switch. So when you add it to ESPHome, you create a switch and then you just count number of switches or ons in the time to calculate the wind speed. And this is it for this mail day with BeardedTinker. Before we wrap up the video, I really would like to thank everybody who has become my YouTube channel member and is supporting me that way. Thank you all for all of your support. But also thanks to everybody who watched, liked or subscribed to my channel. And if you too want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. If you did find something useful in this video, don't forget to leave me a comment, and you can do so in the comment section below, but also feel free to go to the Discord server, and the link to Discord server is in the description of the video. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really means a lot, but it also helps with the YouTube algorithms. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified on the future video updates and of course streams. And next Saturday, so around the 4th of April or something like that, there will be a stream and we will be hopefully working on one ESPHome project live together and trying to find the best way on how to do a couple of things online or live. I will be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.